France is about to introduce a huge change to how we access some of its most iconic cultural sites. So if you're planning to visit France and you're not from the EU, this one's for you. Starting on January 1st, 2026, some of the most iconic cultural sites in France, like the Louvre, like Versailles, are going to be raising their prices pretty significantly, but only for non-EU tourists. For example, the Louvre is bumping up their prices from 22 euros to 30 euros. Now, for context, they also recently raised their prices just before the 2024 Olympics. Before the Olympics, it was 17 euros per entry. Now it's 22. Starting in 2026, it's going to be 30. I mean, that's nearly double what it was just 2 years ago. But the Louvre is not the only one who's going to be hiking up their prices. Places like the Opéra Garnier, the Arc de Triomphe, and other cultural institutions like chateaus around France are also going to be hiking up their prices. Keep in mind, these price changes are going to be specifically for non-EU visitors. Basically, a tourist tax, right? But this raises some issues because tourists to France are not only from outside the EU. So this actually opens up some kind of tough questions culturally. I mean, how fair is it that these price changes are only reflected for non-EU tourists? In fact, one anonymous Louvre curator actually put it kind of bluntly, saying, is it fair that Iraqis should have to pay more to see the Coat of Hammurabi, which is originally from Iraq? Or that tourists from Africa should have to pay more to see objects looted from their country than a visitor from the EU? The French government basically is saying that tourists who are traveling that far probably won't mind having a little bit of a higher price in order to better reflect some of the rising costs associated with running these institutions. If you've been watching the news lately, you may well have seen that there was a recent protest by the Louvre workers who walked out due to overcrowding, unsafe working conditions, and the need to update the facility to better protect the art. But hiring more staff and updating the facility, well, it costs money. So advocates for the price hike are saying that that money has to come from somewhere. So is this price hike a necessary evil to maintain the integrity of the art and the facilities that hold it? Or is it kind of gatekeeping culture for people who don't come from the EU?